we're starting up with, well, have fun and good luck. It's the Hellcase Cup number 7, the second match of the night. And we're starting off with Kinguin versus Red Reserve.
Yeah, quick into the knife round. We will get the choice of side. Kinguin have played this couple of times in the past. Obviously, that is the old lineup of Kinguin. They still retain a couple of players from that, so this is the kind of the best statistics we have at the moment. But in general, they have a very heavy T side when it comes to overpass. So starting things off on T side may actually not even be that bad of a situation for the Polish squad. Red Reserve will opt to switch over to CT. So, you know, that's a great start from Kinguin already. Then, Red Reserve themselves don't really have a particular bias in these maps. So, yeah, very, very even, very, very standard. I imagine it will just be the standard CT bias that you see coming out from a map like Overpass. So,
yeah.
Pistol round, getting ready to get started. Kinguin on the T side. Let's see what they're going to buy into. The 4 Kevlars coming out. Maniz maybe playing support here for the T side. Meanwhile, on the CT side, they are yet to buy up very much at all. DJ will eventually get the defuse kit and smoke for the ninja setup, and Maniz gets one piece of all the utility he can get to try and support Kinguin's push into the bomb site as we get straight into this one. It's the pistol round for Red Reserve versus Kinguin. Map number 1 is Overpass. Let's get straight into it.
And the individual you want to look out for is the one who's already playing it aggressively. That's Freddy Frog. He takes a lot of damage, tries to rotate back as he's able to do so. Back in the toilet he stands. And Relaxa, Pleasant. Oh, the Swedes are starting it up massively. And I think this is... Wow, how many seconds did we have it? I think like something around 25 or so. And magically, Red Reserve take home the pistol round with strength, confidence, and I guess a big fist into the face of Kinguin, because that hurt how that went down so fast.
Yeah, that was like one of the highest velocity punches I've seen in my entire life. That was absolutely ridiculous. Red Reserve decimating Kinguin to kick things off, and you were talking about 25 seconds. This clock actually stopped at 1 minute 34 seconds. So that's actually 21 seconds. That round was over instantly. Red Reserve baited in the peaks to Kinguin. They all went towards connector, and you know, Freddy Frog didn't really do much other than just get the initial aggression down towards mid. The rest of the CT side just did so well in shutting that whole thing down, and that's not the start that Kinguin would have wanted to. Obviously, it's just a pistol round. It is only early days. There are still many more rounds to win. They will be down to a force buy for this round to try to see if they can do anything with it. The CZ will still do his damage from Rowland. 9 HP on Pleasant, and yeah, he won't be playing very far forward anymore.
Yeah, that's not really fun to see. As we're right now, the round or Red Reserve is, well, very vulnerable towards those pistols, and you gotta watch out to not be caught up in any long-range deagle and close-range CZ tools. The IGL from the side of Red Reserve. This is now starting up for Taz. A nice one he gets onto Baton. And the man advantage on Kinguin might lead them to success, but Relaxa, as he stands where he is, he'd be able to spray down all the aggressors that are coming closer and closer towards Toilets. Finds the first onto Rowland. 34 points of health for not really the best initial situation for him. The aggression now coming onto the A side as players from Long and Toilets converge onto the side. Taz with another, securing himself a second. And it seems like the Polish men are right now able to secure what is necessary in round number 2.
A bomb to get planted, a 1 versus 3, and the CZs and Deagles have turned this around. 2 kills for Reitz and Taz, doing serious work for their team. Now it's all up to Freddy Frog. You highlighted him in the early pistol round, and now he's got to get highlighted for this next one in this very clutch situation. Does spot out Mouse, but takes a lot of tag damage as a result. Taz will rotate in, try and find a good angle. Reitz is low on HP, so Freddy Frog could be able to get that next frame. But running up against Taz is going to be a very difficult proposition. And unfortunately, he peeks straight into the long position that Taz is ready to cover off. And yeah, rocky start from Kinguin, but very quickly able to bounce back 1-1 on the scoreline.
Unfortunate situation for Red Reserve, how they pretty much gave that one away. It should have never happened either side, but as we're having it, their economy enforces them to go for any certain aggression. And as we see it, ZZ times free, a Deagle, as well as Relaxa, are pretty much the essentials. And those essentials right now, talking about the roles of Red Reserve real quick, because this might help the viewers to understand the setting. Freddy Frog is the Rifler, Pleasant the entry, the op goes down to Relaxa, Rifler is Baton, and DGL the IGL. That all makes a lot of sense, and as we're seeing the row right now, Relaxa is the reason for his save, as he wants to buy up that scoped rifle as soon as possible. He's saving as many dollar bills as possible at that certain time. Goes for a close range duel, making a move towards the toilets, but everything's so silent before the storm. Kinguin will start on that side of A, as it seems to be.
Yeah, just a major default coming out here, trying to find those opening frags. Rather maybe able to stumble onto one here for relaxing and defending the A-bomb site, and yep, quick flick on towards his head, no head armor to defend him, and that's an easy frag for the T-side player. To the T-side when they go into the A-bomb site. This is a standardized round for Kinguin, and they don't have quite as many SMGs in play, so going
casual.
a lot more firepower against the Red Reserve Force. But yeah, it is casual. Yeah. Walk into the A-bomb site, get the bomb plant, 5 versus 3, and Red Reserve aren't even going to bother challenging it. It's better just to save the armor. More value to them in the next round. So yeah, that's a 2-1 scoreline to kick things off for Kinguin. Again, rough start, but 2 nice return rounds.
Yeah, indeed, and that's an unfortunate situation for Red Reserve once more. They nearly got themselves at least an entry here and there, but they're going for the exits. The question is, will anyone go for the aggression, as it doesn't seem to be the case. Kinguin secured themselves another one, and so Red Reserve in the upcoming one, Relaxa as well as Batten, are not able to buy up anything. They will need to go for that Echo, especially Relaxa, because he wants to buy himself that AWP very soon. There we got ourselves a number 2. As this Kinguin roster has not played Overpass so far. This map was decided by the side of Red Reserve, who showed us a few successful matches against multiple opponents, especially some UK tiers were shedded against Stiffmeister and Wendigo. Oh, don't worry, they also won against Alternate Attack, so we're even here about nation comparison. But yeah, as we see it, AKs as well as that certain Mac 10, everything sticks to where it belongs. Finding a frag for Red Reserve, that would be at least something to hurt the opponent's economy.
Look, bro, I don't know what you're trying to hide here, but I know my scene sucks. Okay?
I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that. That was your interpretation, okay? Those were not my words.
The UK scene still sucks, and that doesn't change that.
You got
fact,
Smooya.
So. Yeah, but that doesn't count. He's in another better roster, so shut up.
Okay.
Taking that relaxer to kick things off. Pleasant getting Ralin back down, however, to a 4 versus 4. I mean that the SMG does fall out of favour for Kinguin, but it's still got 4 rifles, so it's more than fine. There are some practical bomb sites. If DJO and Freddy Frog can lock out a crossfire that's appropriate, then maybe these CZs could shut down Kinguin, and Kinguin actually, as a result, realising this is going to be a major problem, will just back right out through T-Con and into the mid and park positions of the map. So only one man there to defend, that's Pleasant with the Mac 10. If he lines himself up correctly again, it's going to be a great opportunity here towards the long area, but he's going to start peeking, getting information, and that call a rotation back from the T side, or CT side actually I should say, and yeah, they will be able to do so. Kinguin going to push this one down, Pleasant holds on for all he can, but unfortunately it's not long enough. Kinguin just steamroll their way through long. We will get the bomb plant, set up another after plant. Button might deny this, maybe. Eventually spotted too early on this one, and DJL will fall all the same. Manise, 2K, can't quite get the third, but either way, this will be a 3rd round for Kinguin.
Now as we're at it, Red Reserve with losing another. The next one is where they finally are able to buy up. The losing bonus will quite look alright then. Freddy can hit himself, get himself one onto the Axe player of Prite. There, a single AK shot. It's even to the head. Not necessary, Reeds does it though. Their overpass starts off in the favor of Kinguin, as the pistol round didn't go according to plan. And when we talk about this map and Freddy Frog, I mean, we gotta talk a little bit about him, as he's, by the way, the brother of Relaxa. I mean, both have the same name. Their faces look quite similar, so the last name is the same. It's just my thinking, right? I think it makes a lot of sense. Both called Gustafsson. Yeah, and Freddy Frog about this map, by the way, a little bit underwhelming, under his average rating, but still on 1.20. So we'll see how he will perform in that. First of all, now finally the guns on the site of Red Reserve.
The AWP as well. It's fully glass cannon, which could get a little bit more from Red Reserve, but Pleasant trying to make it just as much of an awkward ordeal for Kinguin, spraying his way on through. I'm going to find someone out here towards this short connected position, but overall just taking more damage than he's really dishing out. Relaxa playing a very passive angle towards Heaven, trying to watch out for anyone that may make their way in from short instead. Kinguin just playing this B site default. They've already got one man to deal with. They rotate towards the A site. Maybe another option. They tried that a couple rounds ago, and it looks like they're going to try that right now. Taz is actually leading the charge alongside Reed with the bomb on his back, just making their way out towards Parkside. So they've got a bit of presence across the map, but still 55 seconds to work with. Kinguin are starting to run a little bit short of time considering where their positions are at right now. And there's bomb heading in towards long. It doesn't quite look like this T side are set up for the A push, but two players making their way out of connector may end up changing that fact relatively quickly right here. Still 38 seconds remaining. Kinguin, it looks like they have committed to the A side.
With that now being said, the time is especially ticking low. Let's make it tick-tock, and it doesn't go slower for the Polish team, who right now have just a problem with those few seconds left. Freddy Frog hits the one onto Mausino. And find himself Rowland as well. A double kill, and this guy just keeps on performing and giving and giving. The final pillar of defense falls. That bomb goes down. Should have never happened, as DGL could have played defensively towards Monster. Relaxa just hit that shot through the wood, but look at that flak onto Meniz. As he's able to secure a few more, he has the information. Does he wallbang? No, he just gets himself those few bits of intel. But Red Reserve gotta do anything about this, because time is not in their favor.
Reitz catches Plessen off on the left-hand side. The small gap in the smoke starts to clear. 2 versus 2. The button comes in for the trade. Fraggy's traded up by Taz, who's trying to clutch it out. And if there's one way you want to prove your former teammates wrong, that's how you do it. Fraggy when it's important. Kinguin now up to 4 against Red Reserves 1. Not a good start for the CT Sweets.
Not CT Sweet. You said that lovely. CT Sweet. That sounds a little like sweets. You know, some sweets, some CT sweets.
CT Sweets.
Yeah, when you've done
Mate,
a good CT half.
Valve. I've got a business proposition for you.
Yeah.
Hit me up, my Twitter, @Switch Jamie. We'll get some CT Sweets up in this, right? I got suppliers. We'll make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Switchblade J in the chocolate factory. You gotta love it. No, for example, you've done a good CT half, you get yourself some CT Sweets. And right now, Red Reserve, they wouldn't get themselves some CT Sweets at that point in time, as Kinguin fight themselves another onto the key player, Freddy Frog. As Mr. Gustafsson falls, Spat and Relaxa, Pleasant and DGL is the last 4 men standing, trying their best.
Bomb going down. Kinguin relatively confidently taking the A site. Let's see what Red Reserve can do damage-wise. I don't imagine they'll be able to get control of the site itself. But I'm trying to get that solo boost up towards the pipe. I've seen that used a couple of different times, most notably by Smooth, you were mentioning him earlier. But nice powerful position when you want to use that on a seated defensive of the connector position. Unfortunately, Barton can't quite get up there. He's trying his hardest, man. I feel kind of bad for Barton almost. And eventually he will peek out to the AWP. Fortunately, his timing is awkward. Second face will take him down, so unfortunately Button unable to do much from back there. It's just up to the CT side, see if they can deal with Mouse. And yeah, 1 AK will get recovered by Pleasant. That's only a little bit of damage to keep the economy modest. Not a major amount in this, in the grand scheme of things. Red Reserve will be focusing more towards this rifle round. It's max loss bonus. A quick technical pause to get Freddy out of lag situation. I'm not sure if that's just choke or anything, as ping seems to be fine. So just quickly getting that one sorted, and Red Reserve will be into their next rifle round of the game.
Right now, once more, Freddy Frog shows us what he's made of, leading 6-4. A classic situation, as I would say. Because, you know, when you are right now having a little bit of a choke and a bad start of the half, it's still one Sweet doing his job right, as the Vikings always strike, but one does its best, and that is Freddy Frog at the time. And talking about Kinguin real quick, a very important point we can mention about this team. They got themselves a coach called Lords, and that guy Lords, actually, he started back with Counter-Strike at 1.6 in the year of 2005, where he played, for example, at Pentagram, G-Shock, ESC Gaming, and then back also at CSGO. He was the coach of teams like Dobre and Gaming, some might know them, and Lounge Gaming. I think Lounge Gaming was the Counter-Strike, the CSGO Lounge team. If you remember, still CSGO Lounge. Do they exist anymore? They do exist still, right?
They do exist, but they are a shell of their former selves. Rest in peace, CSGO Lounge. Moment of silence.
Thank you very much.
No, but Lord, all seriousness, is a fantastic legend of the scene. He was one of the Golden Five, actually. The original Golden Five, way back before they had Pasha and everybody like that involved. So, yeah, a lot of representation from the history of Polish CS here for Kinguin. Yeah, they're going to this next round start things off great, but unfortunately they're just Unable to catch off the trade back from Button. It doesn't matter because DJL will also fall in his place. That's a 4 versus 2 situation. And Plessin and Freddy Frog, I mean, what more can you do at this point?
That's
They
so
are going to hold
sad.
down Connector and the V-side. It's another sad moment. I think maybe a moment of silence we help the CSGO Lounge, maybe a moment of silence for Red Reserve right now, because this round is most definitely a loss. Freddy will take nows at the very least, hold something.
Nah.
But yeah, traded back by Rowland and Taz on the crossfire. B-side's open. Bomb will go down. Plessin may be able to pick off 1 or 2, but I doubt he'll be able to get all 3 in this circumstances. Bomb goes down. Maniz peeks out. Held in the smoke, actually.
He's patient. He's very, very patient. And Rowland is an easy target, technically speaking. Pleasant got a smoke and a kit. The 5-second ninja. As though the Swedes are not known for those kind of things. He's taking his time and can't connect onto Maniz. The circumstances look good. The execution didn't. And that gives Kinguin the 6th on the board, where Red Reserve once more have to starve for a decent certain buy, as they can get themselves, all of them at least, a great economy up and running. And so it is going to be a bit of a surprise, in my eyes at least, because from my point of view, I just thought that Red Reserve would take home overpass with what we've seen statistically from them, what kind of opponents they've taken out. But that is that honeymoon phase the SK analyst Swanee mentioned earlier. That might just be that certain difference, because Taz is stepping up massively. The entire roster is showing confidence. I'm quite confident that this might go 2-0 for Kinguin if they continue like this.
Yeah, there's also a same sort of situation for the long-range game as well. You know, Kinguin are a relatively new roster, and they've got a lot of new life ahead of them. The honeymoon period is well and truly to their favour. Taz will be much more invigorated playing on a completely new team, so Kinguin will be on a tear in the early couple of days, the early few weeks, days, months potentially for this roster startup here. Unfortunately, this round is not part of that honeymoon period, it seems. The CZs are doing their damage. Red Reserve getting a 2-for-1 trade, an AK in Freddy's hand, and an AK that can also fall to the favour of Button, and Relaxes on a fantastic backstab. Going to spot 2 players, tap, and the pistol damage is so good. Red Reserve trying to put pace to Kinguin's thoughts, and they will do that just about here for their second round on the CT board.
Tap is what it is. And with that tap, you see yourself, Red Reserve picking up the 2nd. And maybe if they continue like this, they get those deserved CT sweets. And first of all, they have to continue like this. The problem is, if we consider Kinguin showed the confidence, what they had throughout time to time and throughout the first beginning rounds, then the Red Reserve economy will pretty much down the drain after this one, in case it will be successful. There comes Renate. Freddy Frog with the double. He doesn't stop. He gets himself the triple. How the hell did he get Mouse? No idea, but in just 25 seconds, Kinguin have to put 4 players in the grave. It's only Maniz left.
The bomb in there as you will. It's all in CT control. Maniz. And again, it's another moment of silence situation at the moment. There's no way he's fighting out of this one. Like, the best option for him at this point, save the AWP. We'll start peeking into some close range angles and take down Plessin. Well, what much more can he find? The crossfire's locked out towards Monster. He's actually going to go peeking through this. This is not going to end well.
Nice try.
Yeah. Nice try. At the very least, nice try.
Yeah, I mean, he could press F to pay respects for Maniz in that situation, pretty much. The pure Polish player who's just then caught out in the open on his own, as he's the lone survivor. And the slaughter Freddy Frog has just brought up there onto Monster, as he's up 12-5. He has a difference of 6 kills between the 2nd placed Relaxa. So you got the double amount of frags right now on his team for the 2nd place. Well done. And so it is going to be Kinguin back to the ZZs. As we've seen Red Reserve getting back into this game with ZZs, we might see Kinguin continue their streak and continue their success with the same certain sidearms that are so goddamn lethal from time to time. The mini AKs, as some might call them. I would agree with that. Those tiny things are like spiders. They're biting you and you didn't even notice what happened.
Unfortunately, this round isn't going to quite show their prowess today. Tiny AKs will actually only give Taz 2 kills, and actually 2 impressive kills at the very least. Nice aim control and shutting them down with headshots galore. But unfortunately, it's only 2 frags and nothing more than that. 4th round will sit to the favour of Red Reserve. 3 rounds of loss bonus for Kinguin, and with just a very awkward I don't think it's awkward is probably the wrong word, actually. More of a lesser buy. Not a full-on eco, but just a lesser buy overall for Kinguin right here. Doesn't mean that they're going to be able to get the AKs out in force for this one. 5 coming out to play. Reese is actually lacking head armor, which actually is going to be kind of dangerous considering that not all of these weapons on the CT side are AKs and AWPs. Pleasant and Button could shut him down, assuming he's not taking point. Unfortunately, he is just playing trade here for Maniz to take point in the initial Kinguin default. These have connector control as well, so quite a little bit to work with for Kinguin. Initially setting up towards the A-bomb side. Fortunately, they're going to get a lot of ground out of this as well because there are no CTs taking aggressive angles. It's only Button trying to hold down bathrooms from the CT side of the map, just out of the A-bomb site. But yeah, they're just going to wait for Kinguin to make their move inside. It looks like it's going to be an execution. Button will go forward into Taz. Pleasant going to have to trade this one, and he will get one headshot. But flashed out, completely blind. Taz is going to peek it. He's going to try and win this one. No, Pleasant takes him down. He's still staying alive to apply pressure. Eventually will get traded, but it's a 2 versus 3 with the trades going to the favor. Relax is still playing with the AWP. It's 1-man advantage for Red Reserve on a retake.
And that mountain advantage might not make it work. Reed's positioning is quite good as he stands here behind the smoke. Knows there's one player directed towards A-long. First of all, Daniel does his move towards the site of A, together with all the other players. And to the left, there's a guy hiding. Does he have the idea? No, it doesn't work. Reed's with the entry. Can't connect on the Freddy Frog as well. Those are the crucial frags you need to keep your team alive in that situation. But the IGL now needs to do his work perfectly. Rallen has an idea. This won't happen so easily. Now as he peeks out and makes CGL nervous, he takes him out through the wall, the concrete that doesn't stop the 7.62 bullets. And Kinguin around the way from the success of gaining themselves a half, but the Red Reserve economy has a great buffer and a great reserve saved back in the bank.
Nice wordplay.
Yeah, thanks, man. Like your CT suites. No, good. It's not a red reserve. That makes no sense, though. Why would a reserve be red? I mean, well, if
I don't think we should continue this trade of thought right here. But no, Kinguin actually did a fantastic job of turning that whole situation around. 3 versus 2 to a 2 versus 1. And eventually, you know, when you've got a CT suppressed in a corner like that, it's so easy just to apply pressure and force mistakes from DJL. Trying to get himself up towards the bomb, trying to get the defuse, trying to tap it. He's focusing along, he can't focus towards mid, so mid applies the pressure. And from there, the whole CT just crumbles. The whole mentality of that CT will just completely dissipate into nothing. So Kinguin getting those couple of frags is fantastic, you know, a great start from Kinguin. Running into a bit more of an advantage here. 7-4 in the T side. And Red Reserve, 3 players on the A side this time to hopefully try and shut them down if they want to go for another hit again. Most of the forces towards long. Rallen and Reitz holding down Bathroom and A short just Reitz will get the first frag on Barton. Nicely traded, but Relaxer trades him right back. Reitz doubles down, however, taking the AWP out of place. He might have extra forces, but unfortunately they won't do jack. As they once again get picked apart by the Team Kinguin side. The bomb will go down. And DJL and Freddy may want to consider something here.
Yeah, you know, you want to stick to those guns, especially as the wallets are as slim as they can get. Oh, Freddy Frog, I guess he's hungry for those frags. Only 3 opponents to come up, and from that point on, need to find those frags. As DJL tries, he's not the strongest of a clutch player, but you got Freddy Frog on your side, so you might make it work. There's a kit onto DJL, but he has not that certain smoke, which might hold him off. As they're coming closer and closer, they're still daring those chances, but they're running away from it. B site is their safe haven. So they got themselves 2 and 4 secured in a round. Red Reserve will play with the essentials as Kinguin, and that's the crucial part, number 8.
Actually crushing to the economy of Red Reserve as well. $1,900 on the loss bonus, and they used all the money that they had in the bank, so there's not a whole lot available for this next round. Appropriately so, DJL's going to call the tactical pause. Taking a small opportunity to think about the state of affairs. They've got 2 M4s, so it does kind of relieve the investment. Relaxer and Pleasant could force that with UMPs and armor. So the main problem is going to be Button there with just $1,900. He's going to be forced down to a pistol and armor at best. Not a very good round looking here from Red Reserve, and approaching the end of the half. You've got to kind of weigh up how much money you're going to have for that last round of the half. Do you want to go for a rifle round? Do you want to concede that one to Kinguin? Do you want to try steal it away with CZ? You know, what are you going to do here, Red Reserve? So they've taken that pause to think about all these factors. And it looks like they're just going to decide to go with an eco on the players that remain. With 3 rounds of loss bonus in the bank should mean that the M4s, if they're going to do some damage, could shut Kinguin down for the last couple of rounds of the half. But for now, it's looking more than likely to be a T-side round here.
And as you're mentioning it, there comes that certain buy where we see the ones who have no money stick to what they can get. The rest, well, at least Relaxa with that. And the nade, ouch, in front of Pleasant Feet, put him down to 11 points of health. As you hate to see it, this is how it goes. And DJL is getting a lot of control towards the side of B as he realizes no one is coming for the short tunnels. Monster seems clear as well, so it's got to be somewhere around Birthday where Freddy Frog just stays. Tries to find any players who are not expecting from that position. But first of all, it seems like Birthday will be played by Taz at the beginning. Holds himself in a corner, Freddy Frog, as he wants to find the Virtus Pro player, the ex-Virtus Pro player. As he does so, man advantage onto Red Reserve, and 60 more seconds to make it work with 3 basic pistols and 2 M4s.
Bomb picked up is still on the back of Meniz. Taz the only man to fall here for Kinguin. They're still going to slowly make their way up to the A bomb site. Button's going to set up a backstab for it. They've scattered out from Connector and they've rotated 3 players on this defensive, one of which is the M4 from DJL. Actually, both the M4s are right here and they're gambling appropriately. Preston taking down Reeds.
Oh, Batten.
One more player is tagged very, very low. Meniz is going to get caught off guard with the bomb. Button's got the AWP, trying to suppress Mouse. Second face will take him down. Looks for Ralden, but can't get the flick for the triple kill. And he will get 1 more trades for 1 versus 3, however, and look at his HP. This is a major advantage that Red Reserve has managed to force out of the issue, and DJL will shut it down. Fantastic round from Red Reserve to steal the 5th away from Kinguin. Seriously well played by that CT side.
And though Rowland does the Usain Bolt to get on the B site, it doesn't work in the end. And now Red Reserve can deny those double digits from Kinguin, who started off quite strong when we take a look at it again. 6-1. They were at, and that 6-1 all turned over. We have to see, though, here, Jamie, it was 2 M4s and 3 pistols Red Reserve started up with, and, well, they got themselves the round. Not so confident and not so consistent what we have just seen there. Relaxed with the first hit onto Taz, but that doesn't stop that Polish power train who has one destination, that is called the A site, and that with a successful bomb plant.
Taz actually going to kick things off relatively nicely. Relaxer is getting caught off guard with the AWP, and Reitz follows on towards Plesser. That's a 2-for-1. As Mouse is the only man to fall. The bomb will go down before the grenade lands on Taz. Low on HP as he may be, managing to achieve all that Kinguin really wanted to achieve, but they could still get more out of this. A 3 versus 3. M4 in the hands of Reitz, AWP in the hands of Rallen. Rallen is back on the next long. Meanwhile, the long flank is coming in from Meniz. He could catch up one of the CT players, and it looks like he will. Button down, 2 versus 2. Rallen trying to look for Freddy Frog. Spots him, looks towards DJL instead, and gets the higher value target. It's Freddy now alone. 12 HP in a dream. And there is no way he's winning that one. Kinguin will do unto Red Reserve what Red Reserve did unto Kinguin and steal away their 9th round.
And as the Polish men show themselves what they're made of. His overpass so far successful for Kinguin, as they are able to crack those bomb sites open, find the weaknesses, and don't do any misconstructions. No waffling, only blossom. It's pretty much the motto of Kinguin, who are right now fighting against a quite wounded Red Reserve, economically speaking. Rallen trying to fight the early entry onto Relaxa. He knows the opponent got a scout. Will not look for any long-range duels for the moment, as Relaxa, as quick as he is, moves backwards. But won't find anyone that early on. I think, Jamie, if Kinguin continues their defensive performance like this, that overpass will very early end.
Entirely plausible. To lose on this first map. This is Red Reserve's pick, let's remind you. Kinguin are no shoddy lads on the likes of the Mirage, which is their map pick, so map victory, map loss is not really an option here for the Swedes. They try and make their way into The A bomb site here, Kinguin. Force the issue out towards Monster. Great boost from Beniz. What?
And I
Running
missed it.
forward. He missed the shot. He's given away the game plan now. Look at the rotations incoming from the CT side. That may have cost them a whole lot out here. And DJ will make the point prove, and Taz will go. Reason Mounts will trade. The 3 versus 3 situation still kind of favors Red Reserve with the weapons they've got. The damage done to T-side players and make it even more so. 2 versus 2. Deagle out for Pleasant, just down one, looks to tap, breaks his head off, and he gets himself his 3k, 4 HP remaining. And Kinguin will be denied double digits just at the turn of the half. It's 9-6 to the favor of Kinguin to close out the T-side.
It's not looking that brilliant anymore. I mean, 6-9 is still not favorable for Red Reserve, but I mean, 10-5, that would have been it, if you ask me. That would have been really, really it to close that case as early as possible. But in the end, as we're at it, if CT instantly clicks for Kinguin, it should work out. What really drives me crazy once more, though, is, well, Rallen. He has a kit that's nice, but this double flashbang kit setup is what really drives me crazy. Because I think the best idea is always a smoke and a kit and to go for the defuse, but well, he does it differently. He logically knows what he's doing, not doubting his decision in this situation. But right now, it's going to be first of all Freddy Frog. One hit after another on 2 reads. Not a headshot, but still putting him down to 28, making an extremely vulnerable target. Easy to take down with those 9mm bullet bullets of that Glock. Now DJL and co need to find a way. And did DJL buy 2? I think he bought 2 P250s for him and Freddy Frog and that flashbang. That's I've never seen that.
Actually, it's pretty decent tactic actually to use those as a double,
Yeah.
double raid
flashbang,
boss setup for the T side. In this case, DJL's opted to keep it for himself instead. And Freddy actually isn't doing too much better of his own accord. 3 HP down, but the return damage on 2 players does open up opportunities for trade frags later on for Red Reserve, so long as they can keep all this rolling. 50 seconds remaining. The teams are starting to set themselves up for the A-site push. They've got 1 flashbang. DJL is the only man with utility, so he's got to make it count. Here we go. Out towards the dumpster area, catching all 3 T-side players. This is perfect, but it's not quick enough here from the T's. All the shots being missed by Beniz. Reach will trade, he gets himself 2. Platinum will deal with him. And he'll get himself a double to a 2 versus 2. Button close range up against Mouse, tagged up beyond belief, but he's got to get this frag to support his teammate as he's gone down. A 1 versus 1 remains. Both players low. A single bullet will do the damage for Rallen. He's just got to find it against Button. Seeing him, he taps his way on through, catches the head, and Kinguin will just about cinch the 10th and the pistol on the CT side.
Way too tight, if you ask me. Not really the way you want to show confidence on the CT side, but you've got yourself into the double digits and the economic advantage logically on the side of Kinguin, as we have now seen Red Reserve nearly getting themselves what they were looking for. It's going to be now pistols, and those pistols, extremely lethal ones, of course, as Deagle ×4 plus a ZZ could do the damage you're looking for. You don't want to actually deviate yourself from success at that point in time. You need to play by the book, and that play by the book from Kinguin is very simple. Play as defensive as possible, or look for the right gaps in the setup of Red Reserve, because you don't want to be caught up in close range duels of a big cluster of sweets coming at you. That's really not the kind of thing I like.
Deagle's out for Red Reserve in this next round. Horsepower, obviously they didn't get the bomb plant, so Kinguin have a slight advantage above the T-side buyer, but I'm imagining they're going to hold passive angles to try and see if they can catch a CT off guard. They are trying to try force their initiatives out towards long bathrooms, in particular Pleasant and Button. Looking down against Beniz. Beniz is just tempting fate. If he runs in towards him and he gets his head tapped off, that's just going to be his own downfall. It's not Reetz's fault that he gets taken out here, though. Button's slow peeking and the reaction time was just slightly better for the
This is so smart.
player.
Take a look at it. For the moment, they're choosing the side of A, switching over to B, and this buys them the time, and especially the 3-man B setup gets into a 2-man B setup. As for the moment, Pleasant still grabs the attention of the opponent, but rotates back into connector. There they come, and there it's only one man who can change the outcome. It's Rallen falling, though. That bomb will be out of it. And that bomb being down, it's going to be a task in close range duel against Pleasant. Finds one. Can he get onto Relaxa? Nope, not for the moment. As Meniz comes in from behind and sprays 2,000 million bullets into the chest of Relaxa as the rate of fire from that MP9 is just out of the world. But secures Kinguin once more around. And that is the worst, by the way. A round where only one man survives. You're not able to get yourself a decent CT economy up and running. When you consistently have to buy and to buy, there's not a reserve, an economic reserve you still have back for yourselves. And that just hurts to watch, because how will you be able to lose a round and then still stay in the game? That's really a problem right now for Kinguin, if they consistently lose players.
And actually puts them on reset point as well. So Red Reserve, they're going to force the issue once again. They're not going to save for the defined rifle buy. They're going to get the 3 AKs out now and 2 Deagles to be playing with on DJL and Button. And if they steal this round away, then this is just great for them to get themselves an early start back against Kinguin's lead. So, of course, there's a gamble of their own accord. If they lose this round, then that means Kinguin are going to take a good couple of rounds above them before they can get the first rifle round out, which will come 2 rounds late. So there is a lot to play for here if you are Red Reserve. They are going to take this one carefully as a result. You can see up towards Long and Birthday Party, they're trying to find the opening frags. An opening advantage above the CT side. But so far, nothing is going to get revealed by Kinguin. They're just held back across their line, ready and waiting for the pushes out here from the Red Reserve T side. Still 60 seconds left, Smokes.
Oh, Rallen's nade though. Oh no!
Wow!
Oh, Freddy
with a good shot though, however.
What a return!
That's fantastic response.
What a really, really good return we're seeing right here. This was a nice entry coming in the grenade, very, very deep. And there at Pleasant has to have FP9 because he didn't expect that shot to work. Batten though finds himself reads. A nice entry for the side of A, but they don't expect Meniz, I can't imagine. Oh, Mouse though. That shot to Freddy Frog, killing one of the most crucial players of Red Reserve. And Meniz, he keeps his patience, waits it out and waits it out. But now he can be the support player the team needs. Because there he can find himself. Batten only Relaxa alive over long. And it seems, Jamie, that this is going according to plan for Kinguin still, except Relaxa goes nuts. And he finds one after another. That should be the case. The smoke is popped, and now he could just spray it through. He could get himself Meniz. Where is Taz for the assistance? Taz is getting taken out, and Meniz as well! How does he do that? The younger brother of Freddy Frog secures the team the number 7 when Kinguin looked dominant and had a 3-1 advantage. Jamie, those are mistakes you can't do.
Just got so aggressive, and eventually one player from King. That's all he had to do, just ensure that his teammate didn't die and make sure he stuck on the bomb. And I'm very surprised the bomb diffuser decided to get off that right there. He had perfect cover. He was like, what, a few seconds left on that bomb defuse? I'm not sure if he had a defuse kit. I'm pretty sure he did. But Team Kinguin, that's not a round you want to lose. Look at their buy-up for this one. It's a full-blown force. CZ's Kevlar helmets, but they're up against AKs. Those helmets may be going to waste, but Meniz is still going to make it work. They're going to frag back on Button. That's a UMP to work with. The CT back right off once again.
Those are things you really can't make up. Those things you can't make up look so brilliant right now for the side of Red Reserve. And as though Polish guys now have the advantage to it. Doesn't get any better at that point in time. And though 2 players are wounded on the side of Kinguin, those close range duels you can still win. From my point of view, I don't know how you feel about it, but this is the point where we talked about that economic reserve that is not existent on the Kinguin, and look at which position it puts them.
Literally, we were talking about that just a couple rounds ago, so you know, it's literally a point that's coming back to bite them in the arse here. Kinguin have started things off on the right foot at the very least, taking out the first man. That's thanks to the CZ play from Meniz. Just relaxing out towards the bathrooms. Actually reads the setup pretty decently to deal with it, but the timing's so good. Catching off, yes he does. Headshot comes through. That's a 3 versus 5. That's an AK dropped as well for the CT to be working with. Meanwhile, the push coming in towards Monster. It's DJL to get down Taz, but CT's on rotate. And oh, these CZs are OP. Damage done. A 3 versus 2 at the very least. Mouse will fall to the 2, but one more headshot comes out from Ron. The bomb's been dropped. Plesson's not going to win this one. All Reese has to do is stay alive.
This is incredible.
And that's a stolen round from the Kinguin CT side.
You just hate to see it. You really, really hate to see it. That can't be happening.
Gaben, please nerf. I beg.
Where is free clicks, Philip, when you need him?
Like, there's a difference between having an automatic pistol that's OP and having an automatic pistol that's OP and you can run and gun with it. That was literally what that round was from Kinguin. That is literally what it was.
I mean, they made it work, so...
Didn't make it
no
work.
Excuses, I understand you. It's okay, that's 100% right. And with that unbalanced Counter-Strike, with unbalanced CZ and the enraged Switchblade J, we're going into round number 20, where Red Reserve have only one guy on the AK and 4 pistols back at it again. The worst about that, if Kinguin pick up round number 13, it will be Red Reserve playing without an economic reserve as Reeds starts off hot, finds Pleasant in a close-range duel, and that's the AK taken out of the game, and a present for the Kinguin players.
Oh, very nice angle, gonna open up the A bomb site. What is that? His teammate Reese is caught out in mid as well. I don't know if Freddy Frog can find this angle. He's just pushed out a connector. 55 seconds remaining. We're in a 4 versus 4, and the CT still... Oh, sorry, the T-side still have a little bit to work with. Relax is going to pick up Ramen, however. It gets a little bit worse. Not the CZs. Not again. Not 2 rounds in a row. Counter-Strike, do not do this to me. 3 versus 2. To the favor of Red Reserve. Rifles and SMGs picked up. The bomb's got free access to the A bomb site.
It's incredible.
And Taz is the only man for this retake. I don't even know if they want to go for this here, Kinguin. Taz is here. Mouse is rotating, so they will go for it. I mean, this should not be a situation that we're at right here, man.
No, 100% not. And I'm quite sure they're both not feeling comfortable with this. Especially there's not a kit on any of the 2 living players of Kinguin. And that is Mouse saying bye-bye. Taz will do the same. Deja vu, I have been in this place before. Reminds me of the good Initial D song. And, well, another moment of silence it seems to be as Kinguin is falling apart against a 4 pistol 1 AK buy. And you know the ironic part about it is, Jay? The AK was taken out as the first one.
Yeah.
You hate to see it. You really hate to see it.
I wish you could see my face right now.
I'm not quite sure if I want to. I can actually. The viewers can't.
You can see my face, but I don't think you want to put it up on streams. I'm just like face palming so hard. I'm scared I'm going to cave my skull in. Yeah. The CZs are out again for Kinguin. Watch this go to 13-8. Just like watch it go to 13-8. I'm calling it now. Red Reserve want to push towards the B site, but this retake should be easy, and I'm only saying it because they've got 3 CZs in play. Bomb down, T spread apart, Taz in the backstab, and he gets the first frag. Can't get the second on Relaxer. He's trying to trade out on the knees as well. The grenade doesn't quite do its damage, and Relaxer's going to get suppressed from the other side. Turns quick 90 degrees, picks up Mouse, and Ralan falls to low HP. So some order has been restored in the server for the moment. Finally, the T-side connect 2 rounds together. 9-12 will be the score. Kinguin is still in the lead.
Yeah, it's finally like the guns you buy for more than $3,000 are actually doing the job. So yeah, that's not the ironic part. I mean, $500, a more iconic duo, $500 and winning a round. What shall you do about it? And, well, as we're at it, 9-12, and Red Reserve having a 3-point difference between themselves and the Polish team surrounding Taz and Co. What we have to say, though, what's kind of worrying, Mouse on 8-19, DGL on 7-13 after 22 rounds. Those are score lines that you can't really call a supportive one. Especially people say Taz is calling for Kinguin. That makes kind of sense due to his experience. But that doesn't excuse Mouse really in his performance.
Yeah, absolutely not. Worst performer on Kinguin right now. Almost the worst performer in the server right now, DJL. Which is understandable in his case because he is the IGL for, for Red Reserve, obviously. So 5 versus 3 in this round. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Mouse and Co will get an opportunity to do much.
An ace.
Eco round. It was a full eco this time. The CZs do not throw the disruption of the meta out of play. And as you were saying, a full anti-eco ace for Freddy. Boost his HLTV stats by a little bit extra margin. I think actually he does become the top fragger in the server due to that ace.
Freddy Frog is, yes he does. He had 19, now he's up to 24. And yeah, that's how it is. That's what you gotta live with. And well, as you're saying it right now, it's kind of worrying. It's actually kind of worrying when right now it all crumbles and falls apart for Kinguin. Not really to imagine that because they are able to do so. The first one to take out is their task. Flashbang coming in perfectly, but only helps Rowlet, who can't take out one. The bullet should take him down, and there it all comes down to him. With 4 versus 2, it falls apart for Kinguin. They started off so strong. It's not over yet, don't get me wrong. We're far away from the tie for the moment, but Miniz and Reeds, I can hardly imagine they're going to throw in the $3,100 rifle as well as the $4,750 scoped rifle. And that puts us to a point where I can tell you random facts about Red Reserve. That, for example, as far as I know, DJL is the only not native Swede in the team of Red Reserve. I think his mother is from Croatia. I talked with him about it. It was some Southeast European country, and I think it was Croatia.
But hold on, wasn't he born in Sweden though?
He was born in Sweden, yes. He speaks German, but his last name is, and now I'm going to butcher it the worst way it's possible, Narnancic. Yeah, I said it. Narnancic, something like that. Don't laugh at me.
Oh yeah, you did butcher that. You weren't kidding.
Ouch. I know. But in the end, that's actually his last name is not Swedish. And I asked him, "Wait, are you from Sweden? Are like parents from Sweden?" And he said, "No, I think one of them is from, yeah, whatever country." But he was actually the coach of Red Reserve and Passions, so he knows how to properly call and understand the opponent. Besides that. But yeah, there you get yourself some additional information about Red Reserve, who might be going into those in a tie situation. And I'm not quite sure how you feel about it, but that could be the case.
It's entirely possible. Look at the Kinguin setup. They've only got 2 rifles, and Red Reserve are going to go for the same quick play that shut them down on the rifle round. It all comes up to Miniz, trying to shut this down with the orb. Oh, that's a shot and a collateral, and just like that, within 2 seconds, Red Reserve have been dismantled. AK's picked up. Relaxer and Freddy are retreating, and damage is ensuing from the CT side. Oh, what a disaster from Monster for the T's.
That should have never happened. And there suddenly a shot that makes it possible with Miniz picking up a triple at that point in time. Relax on Freddy Frog could dare. And they could just do it. They could try to. I mean, the opponent has not the best of an economy. Hurting that just a bit would be very, very great. But they don't really seem to be interested in it. Rowlet and Miniz would be easy targets. But look where the bomb is right now, just in front of the feet of Taz. So Relaxer tries the first shot onto Reeds, can't connect the few, and I mean, daring it. Look at Relaxer. He has 10k on the board. He can just try and say, screw it, I'm going for it. I want to play a little bit of FPL. I want to find frags here and there. And as he does go first through Monster, Taz is down to 14. Look how vulnerable Kinguin is right now. As the first grenade sits, perfectly makes it work. Flashbang there. As Miniz has to be found, and he finds another. Ah, a shame.
I think I jinxed it when I said it was going to get an ace.
Shame on you.
I really wanted that ace. That would have been a fantastic AWP ace.
Yeah, but
regardless, Miniz shut the whole thing down. That was so easy for Miniz right there from the pillar. 2 different angles the Red Reserve couldn't cover off, and he was basically there both at the exact same time. And that helps buy Kinguin a couple extra rounds to their lead. Red Reserve aren't going to even up so easily. They have got some money in the bank again. That fallback reserve cash that we were mentioning a little bit earlier on, the Red Reserve have been able to build up over their 4-round streak. It's Going to come out to play right here with an AWP on Alexa, 4 AKs outside of that, but look at Reed's position. Are they going to deal with him, or are they going to go right past him? Looking for DJL, not quite. The AK finishes him back up, but a 2-for-1 trade sits to the favour of Kinguin. They've got long control. They can back off towards A, and they can set themselves up for the Red Reserve T side.
Well, sometimes patience is a very, very valuable trait in this situation. He got himself 2 frags, more than actually needed. So that man advantage for the side of Kinguin, due to the play of Reeds, will help them out a lot, as the cluster of Swedes is sticking towards toilets, or more likely in front of toilets. The only pillar of defense, though, is Meniz, and his positioning is not 100% satisfying. But take a look at the tiny gap he holds himself there. Smoke comes in. Now he retreats back. If Relaxa doesn't do any magic shots right there, as though the grenades stealing a bit of damage, but in the end, Freddy Frog finds Relin. That is a long control now being secured, and so the focus to converge onto the A site is now being established by the side of Red Reserve.
Yeah, time to get this bomb down, however. If Meniz shuts it down again, that's going to prove to be nonchalant. It takes DJ out of the action to kick things off, but fortunately, Freddy's made his way on the A-bomb site. And we'll train him back, opening up the A-bomb site for the plant. And now a 2 versus 2 retake will ensue. Both Relaxa and Freddy back towards long. They were alone in this situation. 1 round to go, but this time they've got 3 less players to worry about. The AWP will set itself up to try and shut them down as they cross to the default position. Meniz, Mouse, sorry, up first. And the first man to go is Taz, the veteran, 1v2. And unfortunately, his better instincts are telling him to do better and run away and save this. No defuse kit, no time, 1v2. More worth it for the AWP. That's the 12th round on the board for Red Reserve.
And once more, you hate to see it, as Red Reserve somehow takes control after Kinguin got themselves that success on the board. So, welcome to the Money Reset show, where unfortunately Kinguin is the victim of it. They got themselves a good buffer, economically speaking, so they're still able to find a few nice rifles here and there, but, well, Jay, the issue I'm seeing right now, and that's the unfortunate part, is that it all doesn't go so well for them. If Kinguin falls apart in this round, Red Reserve does not only secure the tie, Jamie, they're also getting their opponent into an economic drought.
A lot riding on this one as a result of that. Kinguin are already struggling on their money lines. If they lose this now, this could be Red Reserve making their way not only into the lead, but potentially going as far as map points here for this T side, and they will start things off perfectly. Quick peeks in towards short, shutting down Rollins and Taz. Miles is the next man up, dropping Pleasant, getting a good spray on Frey, but Frey is the man that wins out the duel. Meniz does get a trade back with the AWP at least. I think it was a jumping shot as well, but vice versa for him. He also loses a lot of HP damage, and the Molotov will force him to stay back in Graffiti as the bomb does go down on the B-bomb site. 3 versus 2. Reets on a flank from Connector. Yeah, just gonna sit pretty here with lots of health and lots of weaponry to their name here, Red Reserve. I think Kinguin are considering the back off here. And yeah, Meniz backing out towards the A-bomb site. Reed's gonna clear out a Connector. That's a 13th on the board for the Swedes now, as they finally do equalize against Kinguin. It was a little bit delayed. They probably could have been there earlier, but they are there now, all equal. 2 rounds for either squad to make it to map point.
Yeah, and at that point in time, it's getting very complicated for the set of Kinguin. They need to find back to confidence, but I think a player like Taz is the one who can keep up the morale and who can keep up the players in the right pace and the right mindset. And we got a few less experienced guys from Pride recently joining this roster, as we are talking right now about Meniz and Reeds, 24 and 23 years old. So now it's the time of Taz to give the right instructions to the team and to lead them to success. In round number 27, it will be hardly possible. The upcoming one should deliver us a Kinguin bye again.
Aggressive, and he captures DJL off, however, for the time being. A good start in this round the 2 rifles that remain. Actually, Mini's trying to focus fire towards Connector. If he can catch up another player, that's a 3 versus 5 start, and you know, that's perfect for Kinguin at the moment. But just backed up, waiting for the T's to peek to them. Pleasant is looking tempted to do so, and gets caught off guard by the M4 as well. So Kinguin are placing themselves perfectly to try and deal with the T-side aggression. Eventually the T-side aggression will amount towards the B bomb site. Taz, almost got his head taken off there by Relaxer, but Reitz are trailing on towards his second. Meanwhile, as Relaxer tries to re-aggress this heaven position, he misses his second shot on Taz, and Reitz will now peek out to take down the bomb plant and get his third, turn on for his fourth, can't quite get it. And Relaxer's orb, surely there's no way out of this one. AKs are getting picked up. The CTs have bomb control. This should be a 14th round for Kinguin. I do not see a way for Relaxer to win it.
100% not that he's coming out of this successfully. 38 second, he's still daring to. The money is speaking for Red Reserve as they got themselves a good buffer set. Mouse on the right corner. As he flicks over to the left because he finds no one to the right, suddenly a mouse pops up and he takes him down. 14-13. And the Poles are 2 rounds away from gaining the map the opponent has actually picked, as Kinguin has decided to play and not overpass. Well, that is going to be rather something different we're seeing later from their side. It is going to be Mirage. First of all, Red Reserve are still there to fight. And that is right now the last bit for Pleasant, DGL, and Relaxer really. They have in their wallets. They gotta make it work right this second, because otherwise Kinguin will be on the 15th and not really such a great economy will be there for Red Reserve.
Couldn't have said it better myself, to be honest. And look at
Rallin.
Oh, that
disgusting.
is great. How do you get through aggression like that? T's no map control whatsoever, and Rallin with unbeknownst amount of aggression will make them pay for it. It's a 3 versus 5 already. What chance do they have left available for them? DJ or Relaxer, Freddy Frog, 3 versus 5 situation, only able to get damage done on Rallin. And that's it. No trade frags, no kills to their favor. A minute left to go. It looks like in the next round they're maybe working off that reserve money. I'm trying to think of an idea, a concept of how they're going to break out of this particular situation, but I just can't see it happening.
No, me neither.
And Denise is going to seal the point, as will Mouse. This is 15-13. Map point to Kinguin on Red Reserve's pick here, Zesht.
That's horrible to watch for Red Reserve, because first of all, they were starting off not so strong. From then on, they got themselves into the right direction of Reed's backstabbing. And from my point of view, the individual skill in Reed's for that point in time is quite decent. An overpass. He's showing us a good showing, showing us what he's actually made of. Well, it seems like that honeymoon phase that dear Swanee has mentioned, well, they're living it right now. It's not the best honeymoon phase. It's probably some kind of budget vacation in the honeymoon, but it's still a vacation, right? And vacation is vacation. And so, with that honeymoon phase looking a little bit shaky, but still strong, it's 15-13. And the last breath of the nearly dead body of Red Reserve that still can revive itself.
Right. Double op set up for Kinguin. Red Reserve, this is their final buy into this one. They have one final chance to run it to overtime. The question is, can they pull off an Imperial? Or is this one doomed to the clutches of death and the clutches of the Polish squad? The default coming in much more aggressive this time. Not going to allow Rallin to push up aggressive. Reitz is ready and waiting for them, taking point on this A side defense. They're stacked B with 3 players towards Short Monster and Toxic Barrel. Red Reserve aren't playing towards it, but they are playing carefully. And you can understand why as well, man. You don't want to lose a round like this. On your map pick, this will be not only demoralizing, but devastating to your overall best of 3 game.
Oh, Reed's though.
If they lose that second one, that's going to be all out of this one, as you're saying. Reitz just peeking up on Pleasant, but Relaxer catches him off guard. First pick to the favor of Red Reserve. That's a godsend if I ever saw one, mate.
Well, as you say it right now, 36 seconds though. And Rallin's positioning, he's not feeling sure where to go to. Once that smoke fades, you really got an issue. There, Pleasant is so close, and Rallin is probably not expecting it. The flashbang at the right time. Maniz finds Spats, and Freddy Frog gets himself Maniz still. Pleasant with Rallin down as well. Only Taz as well as Mouse can do it. And in round number 29, It's not looking that brilliant. Run and gun, it makes it work. Taz now needs to hit those shots. And as he's standing into the Inferno, and as his teammate Mouse has a kit as well and 100 HP, they need to do it. They need to seize the chance.
So waiting to find an angle.
It's not looking brilliant. As we're saying, it's Mouse. Bye-bye in round number 29. And I gotta ask you, Jamie, will this be overtime or not? Or will it be one of those weird 16-14s?
Both of these options are possible right now. You can see the buy-up coming in for Kinguin at the moment, so... And they're going to go for double AWP as well, Maniz and Taz. I'm kind of questioning whether you want to put that second AWP on Taz, considering that he is more the veteran and probably got to focus on in-game leading more than anything else, so trying to train up these players in a sort of manner of fashion. And I'll be honest here, he has not been performing amazingly this game so far. Second from the bottom on Kinguin's board, and the AWP players mostly been sitting to the favour of Maniz, who's been running wild all over the map with it. Yeah, it's possible that Kinguin could still turn this to 16-14, or Red Reserve could turn this to an even 15-15 overtime. This will be the second one of the night as well. And you can see Red Reserve are playing this one carefully once again, out towards lower tunnels, out towards playground, and trying to find an opportunity against the Kinguin player, trying to find a way into this round, because they really do need this one. If they go down now, it's all over, and I think it will be all over for the series as well. They're going to peek up, play this one a little bit more aggressively, but they are still playing carefully. Again, they do not want to concede anything to the hands of Kinguin, because they know that once they get that, they're going to run away for a country mile with it.
Reitz.
And the first pick is found by Reitz. There it is. Where's the country mile, Kinguin?
He still goes out of the flames instead of going safely into the toilets. Rather takes a duel as he runs through the Inferno, making himself have a hot bit of feet. First of all, that bomb still has 40 seconds. And very, very deep, nearly towards T-spawn, DGL holds himself. Does Spaten now get caught off guard by Maniz or not? Does he have the right shot? Yes, he does. Man disadvantage now into Red Reserve. 20 more seconds that are coming down to the clock, and they're rotating back. It needs to be Maniz holding the right angle. He could find, yep, finds one, gets himself the ZZ in the hands, but no collateral to be done. 14 seconds in a quick rotation. That A side is open for the moment, and Rallen will probably not be quick enough to deny the bomb plant. He's running and he's doing the Usain Bolt. But can he find any one of those? Not Freddy Frogs he gets, only DJL alive, and he falls. 16-14. Kinguin barely achieving a success on this map, but still do it in the end.
Barely is the key word right there. They just about scraped it together. And Red Reserve had a fantastic T-side half. I'll give them that. The CT wasn't looking very incredible, I'll be real with you. But Kinguin eventually found it. And Red Reserve had a fantastic comeback overall in that second half. So I've got to give credit to them where it's due. They have continued to impress me across this board. But as well as that, Kinguin, I'm very impressed. I'm very surprised at how far they've come. It's just from basically nothing almost. With no stats to speak of, and just that puggy style, that very unpredictable style, it's starting to work for them in this honeymoon phase. And they've taken the first map in the series, which isn't even their pick. I've got positive things up for them right now.
And as you say, I think from that point, we can only expect a very, very exciting match on Mirage. I think still Kinguin will probably take it. It's their choice of map, and Red Reserve, they're not looking so strong tonight. Though 16-14 could have ended way differently for the Sweets. That's just how it is, and for the moment, I think that will bring us into a little break there, Jamie. And from then on, we're going to our second map of our second match. After we've seen Avangor and Imperial already going out 2-0, we might just have that again. Stick with us with Jamie and me. We're coming back at the Hellcase Cup number 7.